Welcome fight fans to my channel. This is Johnny, and today we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning the upcoming heavyweight clash between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. Guys, when we think about blockbuster boxing matches, we always have to start and stop in the heavyweight division. This at one time was the division that ruled the world, and everybody knew if you were the heavyweight champion, you were the baddest dude on the planet. Things have shifted since the golden era of boxing, but still, all eyes will be on Riyadh this coming May when Tyson Fury takes on Oleksandr Usyk for the unified heavyweight strap. Today we're going to go over in detail some statistics that often get overlooked when comparing both fighters. This will give us better conversation points when talking about who's going to win, how are they going to win, and what sort of opposition they've been fighting to get to this point. Before we break those numbers down, I want to talk a little bit about strength of schedule. What we'll do is add up each fighter's resumes individually over their last 5 fights. We'll tally that up and get a percentage, and we'll use that to compare and contrast both guys' roadmap to get to where they are today. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk is 21-0 with 14 knockouts, giving him a 67% knockout to win ratio. He's currently ranked number 1 in the world in the heavyweight division. He's 37 years old, standing at 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. The southpaw hails from the Ukraine, and he's currently the IBF, IBO, WBA, and WBO heavyweight world champion. Let's look at his last 5 fights, starting with the Dubois fight. Dubois was 19-1, knockout in the 9th. Anthony Joshua the second time, 24-2, split decision in the 12th. Anthony Joshua the first time, 24-1, UD in the 12th. Chisora, 32-9, UD in the 12th. Witherspoon, 38-3, knockout in the 7th. Let's add up those records, and what we'll get is 137 wins with 16 defeats, giving Usyk a 90% strength of schedule. He is 5-0 with 2 knockouts over his last 5. And we have to remember, that Witherspoon fight was Usyk's maiden voyage in the heavyweight division, and since then, he's gone 5-0. He was the number 1 ranked cruiserweight at the time and was unified there as well, and all the questions were, would he be able to move up and be successful in the heavyweight division with the big boys? And so far, he's been undefeated. Now let's take a closer look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's 34-0 with 24 knockouts, giving him a 71% knockout to win ratio. He's currently ranked number 3 in the world in the heavyweight division. He's 35 years old and standing at 6'9" with an 85-inch reach. The orthodox fighter is from the UK, and he currently is the WBC champion. He's known by his adoring fans as the Gypsy King. Let's look at his last 5 fights, starting with last October, Francis Ngannou. It was his debut, split decision in the 10th. Chisora, 33-12, knockout in the 10th. White, 28-2, knockout in the 6th. Wilder the third time, 42-1, knockout in the 11th. Wilder the second time, 42-0, knockout in the 7th. Let's add up those records, and what we'll get is a combined record of 145 wins with 15 losses, giving Tyson Fury a 91% strength of schedule. He's 5-0 over his last 5 with 4 knockouts. Guys, we know that boxing is a sport of what have you done for me lately. It left a bad taste in everyone's mouth the way that Tyson Fury looked against Ngannou. Not only how he looked, but how he's gone about his business recently in the media, some of the things that he said. A lot of fans really have forgotten how great Tyson Fury has been his entire career. Just like that, it's also sport. It only takes one amazing knockout win to put you back in the favors of all the fans. So this is going to be the storyline going into the fight in May. We know that it was delayed once because of a cut above Fury's eye, and a lot of the naysayers claim that that wasn't the case as well. It's interesting, when you have a fighter like Tyson Fury who's undefeated, who is very outgoing and outspoken, the naysayers will come out of the woodwork for anything. So it really is a matter of, are you winning fights or are you just talking? And the thing about Fury, a lot of people gave Ngannou that victory last October, and that just adds more fuel to the fire when talking about this upcoming fight. I know a lot of people think the slick southpaw and Usyk is going to be able to outbox Fury. What we won't be able to tell until fight night will be how Usyk handles that size. Remember when Fury figured out Wilder and he started leaning on him? It's a huge frame to deal with. The question is, Fury does have good footwork, but does he have footwork good enough to stop and corner Usyk? That's another thing that will play out, and we won't know until fight night. When we're comparing and contrasting both fighters, the stat that jumps off the page is the size difference. We know that Usyk is a traditional cruiserweight fighter. Even in the amateurs, when you look at his size, how he's grown into his body, Usyk once fought Sean Porter. Tyson Fury never fought below heavyweight. He's always been a big guy. That reach, that size, just the substantial weight difference on fight night is going to play out. It's going to play a factor. Will it be a benefit for Fury or will it be a negative? We won't know until we get there. Also, we have to talk about what Fury are we going to get? Are we going to get a motivated Fury? Are we going to get a sharp Fury? Or are we going to get a sluggish Fury? We know we've seen multiple different versions of the same fighter on fight night over his career. And in order to beat a guy like Usyk, who seems pretty determined to become the unified heavyweight champion as well and cement his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of all time, he's going to get Usyk's A game. I would expect a classy professional version of Fury. Will I tell you who's going to win? I cannot predict that, but I'll leave that up to you. Who are you guys cheering for? And in the comments section below, let me know why. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, or Oleksandr Usyk?